Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Lee. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Now, as you may be able to tell by the stack of golden beautiful boxes, today we are back with another VIVAIA shoe haul and review and a little bit of styling with some outfits that I would wear them with. Now, we have talked about VIVAIA here on the channel before. I believe the last one was in the spring of this year maybe, so it has been a while. But VIVAIA is a really interesting company to me because they make really high quality, beautiful footwear that is really centered around the idea that footwear and all things should be sustainably made. They should be using recycled materials wherever possible. Packaging should try and be as eco-friendly as it can be. And also that footwear should be, above all else, really functional and comfortable. And in my experience with the brand so far, they have really delivered on that. So I'm super excited to try the different pairs today. And of course, I do want to disclose that VIVAIA sent me these shoes free of charge. Now, that does not mean that I only have to say nice things about them, and I'm not being paid to say only good things. This is not an ad, but they were gifted shoes. So we will take a look at them all. I did get to pick which ones I wanted, and I am really hoping that each of these shoes is going to fit really well into an area of my shoe wardrobe that I don't have anything in so far. For today, I got one pair of flats, one pair of little heels, and then also one pair of boots. So a pretty well-rounded selection and all things that I know I wear quite often in the fall. And then boots obviously more often heading into winter in Canada. So we will take a look at all of them, take a look at some of the features because some of them are pretty cool. And I'll show you some outfits that I would like to pair them with. Now I will also have a discount code for you down in the description box, as well as direct links to everything that I'm wearing in this video. So if you want to check those out, those will all be down there. I should also mention, I personally wear a size 5. I have very, very small feet. I am also just a very short person in general. They carry many sizes in these shoes, and pretty much every pair of shoes also comes in half sizes. A lot of them come in wide widths, so if you need something wider, they have that as well. So I definitely recommend checking out the website. I know if you are a fellow tiny foot person, this is one of the only places that I can reliably get size 5 like every single time in every pair I want, which has been life-changing for me because I usually really struggle with that. So definitely be sure to check them out, and let's get into looking at the shoes. So the very first pair that we are going to take a look at today are these Margot Square-Toe Mary-Janes. And now they have this little like buckle detailing across the top that to me is very reminiscent of like a ballet flat, which if you follow like shoe trends and fashion trends are very, very in this season, especially the ballet flats that have some kind of like little buckling detail across the top. So I got these in the shade Almond, which is obviously this really nice beige color that I just thought would be beautiful and go with a lot of different things, but they do also have lots of other colors, and of course they do have black. If you would prefer black, we'll go with everything. These shoes are very cool because they are machine washable, so you can find instructions on their website for how to wash these shoes in your washing machine, because of course one of the worst things about any little flat shoe like this that you don't wear socks with, sometimes they can end up getting a little bit smelly. So you can just take these ones and put them, I would recommend putting them in some sort of garment bag into your washing machine, and they will get washed, and then you just let them lay flat to dry, and then you've got nice, clean, stink-free shoes. Another cool feature about these and a lot of VIVAIA shoes is they do have a plant-based insole that is like a herbal insole that is meant to help prevent your feet from getting smelly when you're wearing them in general. Now, I will admit, I have never personally noticed my feet getting super smelly in flats, so I think I might not be the best person to ask if that herbal insole actually works. I have personally never noticed my feet getting sweaty or smelly while wearing these. If you have very sweaty feet, definitely let me know down in the comments if this has worked for you and if it helps keeping your feet feeling a little fresher. I can definitely confirm that they are machine washable because I have a brown pair without the buckle of the Margot shoes that I wear all the time, and I have washed them in the washing machine and they look good as new when I got mud on them. So these shoes do have a cushioned insole, which I think is really nice and obviously very important if you're going to wear them all day. And based on the style of these shoes, of course you could wear these to work. In any workplace, I think these would be an acceptable shoe. However, I wanted to dress them up a little bit bit with a skirt moment. And with beautiful swishy skirt, I do sometimes feel like I don't necessarily want like a big tall heel distracting from it. And if I'm going to wear this like out to a dinner and maybe we're gonna go for a walk after, it's nice to have something you can actually walk in, and these are supremely comfortable. Now, like I said, I have the Margot flats in a brown color that I've had for around a year, and I really like them. They're very comfortable, but every once in a while my foot will like slide out of them a little bit. Because these ones have the strap, that's not happening. My foot is staying very, very secure, so they fit super comfortably, and I'm very, very pleased with them. Now, these shoes do come in a wide toe box version as well, and like a wide foot version. I got the standard narrow width because once again, I have very small, very narrow feet. But if you're somebody that notices that your toes usually get really squashed in flats, I would definitely go with the wider version. And they do have a size chart on their website where you can literally measure your foot in centimeters, so it's very precise, and compare that to what size of shoe you'll need and what width of shoe. And in my experience, it's incredibly accurate. So I would definitely go with whatever size it recommends based on that measurement. And just some other ideas that I think would be really cute with these flats because of that really beautiful almond color. Another skirt, like anything that's a lighter color that really looks bad when contrasted with black, I feel like will look absolutely adorable with these like little almond flats. But I do also think you could just do a black dress pant and a little blouse, and that would look adorable with these as well, of course. And like I said, these are going to be a perfect shoe for work, for play, for going to the grocery store because they are incredibly comfortable. They're very nice and well padded. They have padding at the back so that your heel isn't rubbing and so that your heel can't like pop out and do the rubbing motion. And overall, it's just like a really well designed shoe and very comfortable. So I definitely recommend this one, but let's take a look at our heels. Now, next up we have a pair of round toe heels, and these ones are the Julie Pro in the color Tweed, which I thought was such a cute like fall into like holiday season shoe. I don't know if the camera can really do justice on these. They are sparkly, shiny. They look absolutely gorgeous. And what makes these the Julie Pro versus just the regular Julie? Well, these ones now have a pressure relief insole. They have a lot more arch support on the inside. I can feel that there's a lot more cushion than some of the original styles of heels that I have from a few years ago. And of course, these do have like a pretty chunky block heel, so that should make them a lot easier to walk in than something that has like a stiletto style heel. So definitely very cute. And how I envision I'll be wearing these most often is to work with a work outfit. Now, once again, you can get these in like a solid black, in a white with a black toe, all kinds of different options. They do have so many different styles of heels on their website if you are an avid heel wearer. I am not an avid heel wearer, so I oftentimes find that my feet get really sore when I wear heels for too long. So let's give these a try on and see how they fit. So I definitely think that these ones are looking incredibly cute with the pair of dress pants. You can see them poking out. I think if the dress pants were even like a tiny bit longer, it would probably look a little bit cuter. They definitely feel quite comfortable to wear. I'm not feeling like my toes getting crunched at all. I definitely feel the arch support. For my feet, I do have pretty high arches, so I think the arch support could even be a little bit more. But of course, if I needed to, I could add an extra insole in there. I do feel like the size 5 is fitting me well. I'm able to walk in them without my heel like popping out the back, which for me is something that is all too common with really all shoes, but especially with little pairs of heels. I usually need something really strappy to kind of hold my foot in, but I'm definitely not noticing that problem in these where my heels are slipping around and causing a lot of discomfort, which is really nice, good to know. And overall, I do think, especially at an office job where you're going to be majority of the time sitting and sometimes standing up to like go meet somebody for a meeting or go grab a coffee, I think these would be perfectly fine. Even like unbroken in, I do think I would be able to wear these for a full day at the office. And of course, with a pair of dress pants, a little heel, it's always going to look cute. I do also think that these shoes, especially the tweed pattern with the little bits of sparkle in it, would look so cute with like a nice red dress for the holiday season. I have this nice deep red one as an example, and I do think that the like nice subtle sparkle of the tweed would look really beautiful with it if you wanted to kind of like lean into the holidays. Now these shoes, obviously because they've got a big thick block heel, not machine washable. Do not put these in your washing machine. You would end up breaking the inside of the machine with the heel. However, they do have that same insole that has the herbal remedies in it to make sure that your feet don't get really smelly. My other recommendation, if you do find that you need like something else and your barefoot in the shoe is not working for you, get little pairs of no-show socks. As I said before, I don't actually suffer from like a foot sweating, smelly foot problem usually, but I did have a particular summer at one job where I felt like my feet were a little bit sweaty sometimes, and I started just wearing little no-show socks and it worked perfectly. They would fit in here perfectly. You would not be able to see them. And overall, these shoes, very, very cute. Once again, would be great for work, but of course you could also wear them for other things. And I really, really love how the tweed looks, so I'm super happy with them. And with that, let's move on to the boots. And last but certainly not least, we have these adorable little chocolate brown boots. I was so excited for these. They were literally the first thing I picked when I was talking to VIVAIA. I had already been looking at a couple different pairs of brown boots on their website before they reached out, so these ones were very, very exciting to me. Brown boots this season are everywhere. I feel like they are the it thing to have, and I do not own any, so I'm very excited to wear these. Now these ones are water repellent, so I mean if you went and jumped in a bunch of puddles, your feet would probably end up getting wet. But if you're walking in the rain, you get caught walking on your way to work and it's raining, your feet are not going to be completely soaked all day, which is really nice. And I do have a couple other pairs of like VIVAIA knee-high boots in the same water repellent material, and I can say from my experience, they work quite well. Like I have accidentally stepped in puddles and not gotten wet. I wouldn't recommend doing it because at some point you are going to, but I did really love them, so I'm excited to have these. Now they do have this like pretty funky heel, which people will either love or hate, but I thought it was kind of cool and made it look a little bit interesting from the side. These ones are also an upgraded version of their original Regina boots. So these are the Regina Pros, which also have upgraded pressure relief inside, more padding, and supposed to be a little bit comfier. So let's try them on and see. And for the outfit for these, I think they would look incredible with pretty much anything. I definitely think they would look really good with a pair of jeans, like a wide leg jean. They would look adorable. But today we are doing it with a little mini skirt, some tights, and a little off the shoulder top. And as expected, they look super cute. Everything I could have asked for. I think they look absolutely so adorable with the skirt. The brown color is even richer and more chocolatey than I was expecting based on photos from the website. These are incredibly comfortable, which I'm very pleased with. I know sometimes boots like really rub at your heels, and obviously I have tights on right now, so there is going to be a bit less rubbing anyways, but I get a lot of blisters on my heels when things rub on them, and I don't think I would have that problem with these. I definitely think they look really good. They look great with the skirt. And overall, I'm really pleased with them. Now once again, obviously these ones are not machine washable. They've got that big old heel again that would wreck your washing machine, but they are super comfortable, and I'm really looking forward to wearing them with all of my little fall and fall-winter transition outfits. And I will also mention, I think this is important if you live in Canada, the bottom of this part is non-slip material. So if you are like outside in the winter and you walk in and the floor's all wet, you're not going to immediately like just go spread eagle on the ground, which is very good to know because that can really be a problem. The heel is like a little bit less non-slip in my opinion, but this part you're not going anywhere. I just feel like they're so cute. I'm really happy with them. Now a couple other just general things I think we should mention about VIVAIA before we go. One if you have allergies to like different plants or herbs, just maybe check with your allergist or with your doctor before getting any of the ones with the insole that has the herbs in them. On the website, they do say like, hey, if you have allergies, just be aware. I'm allergic to a lot of plants, like mold, trees, pollen, any plants really. And I have never personally had a problem with these. I've never broken out. I wear them barefoot and I've never had a problem. But obviously I can't imagine anything worse than like wearing a new pair of shoes to work and then being itchy all day. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you check if you do have a lot of allergies. Number two, these are not bargain basement shoes. In my experience, all of my shoes from VIVAIA, I've had pairs for I believe 2.5 years now that I wear pretty often, like at least on a weekly basis. They are my like nice shoes, so I don't necessarily wear them every single day, but I wear them pretty often. But they are much more expensive than if you were gonna go to Walmart and get a pair of shoes. I believe they will also last you much longer. They're also made ethically and sustainably by people who are making a real wage, and those things are important to me, but I understand that not everybody is able to justify that price, and if your choices are feeding yourself or buying like a more sustainable shoes, you might not always be able to make that choice, and I get it. And number three, kind of related to price, this is like the November period where all the Black Friday sales are going on, is probably the best time to buy some shoes. They do have a lot of deals for like if you buy multiples, you get a discount. So that's very good to know if you do want to get like a couple different pairs of shoes. I cannot speak to the returns process for VIVAIA because I've never returned anything. If you have questions about the returns process, I would definitely recommend like messaging somebody at VIVAIA before placing an order, because there's absolutely nothing worse than buying stuff thinking you might be able to return it and then it costs you $200 to return or whatever. And I say that from experience. I have done that before and it is a struggle. So definitely message them first. And also, I will say from my experience, shipping very fast. I would say usually you get your stuff under a week, which is crazy. Sometimes up to 2 weeks, but like I have stuff from within Canada that takes significantly longer than that. So I'm always very impressed with the shipping. And with that, I think it's time for me to go take a walk in my brand new little boots that I'm very excited about. As always, if you have absolutely any questions about any of the shoes or really about anything else, definitely be sure to let me know down in the comment section. I'm so happy to answer any and all questions. And if you've tried any shoes from VIVAIA before, definitely be sure to let me know how you liked them. Once again, I know it's like a very big purchase. It's a lot more expensive than like a cheap pair of leggings from American Eagle. I definitely want to make sure people are happy with them if you are buying them, especially on my recommendation. I would never want to recommend something that you end up hating. And lastly, once again, thank you to VIVAIA for sending me these shoes. I really, really appreciate it. And I really appreciate all of the companies that I have ongoing relationships with that allow me to make these videos. And with that, thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope that you have a fabulous day and that I will see you next time. Bye!